Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The campaign is A Cold Fire Within. It was written by Christopher Smith-Adair and is available from Chaosium and Drive-Thru RPG. Our game master is Zane Fleming, and this is episode 7. Our recap will be given by Jason Melnichuk as his character Boris Konev. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Jason?
As I'm sitting here on train, Blake just put some books and papers in my lap. I drift off thinking before I read. Yet. Why? Why must I be so blessed yet so cursed at the same time? Let me refresh my memory of the Order of the Red Rose, or how it became to be called the Order of the Bloody Rose. When I speak to the other side, I become conduit for spirit to communicate, but on some occasions, the entity, it overpower and control my body. During worship service, my children, that's what I call my once devoted worshippers, a dark force come to me, such disturbing image, such anguish, such sorrow. This outer being, he took my mind, took my body. All I could do is watch and stare as I fought him. Nothing I could do could change. One by one, he cut throat. One by one, my children lay at my feet. And nothing I could do but let the tears flow down my cheeks until all were gone. Yet, well, let me get back to present time. I come to the anvil to meet my new companions. One is massive like mountain. We drank vodka and ate until some dark evil manifested from shadow. The smart thinking professor, some newfangled light upon it, dissolving it into an arid smell. There were some strange conversations about woolly rhinos in Tibet. I used my special ability. I channeled some Orin Dorcha. He spoke to his friends, warned them of danger, and making some magic necklace. So we had to go to a few shops to find opals, some fancy rock. I have pleasant conversation with shopkeeper. I'm sure he will be looking forward to my many return trips. Meet some fine police detectives. Second jewelry store. He was quite helpful. He made a deal with weird priest guy to kill some man. I like that church. Argus even give even give plans to make some magic necklaces. Very good. I like very much my new comrades. We decided to take train to upstate New York. Some of the group was watching the cops on the street, and two big shadows pulled them violently down the alleyway, doomed the poor bastards to hell. Guys, do they serve tea here or coffee? You're muted.
Yeah, tea girl's here. Do you want coffee or tea?
Either.
Give him coffee, I think. If he's like most of the Russians. Black.
Black.
If it proves too weak, I, of course, always carry some of my own.
Good. Have you ever had Russian coffee? Oh, my God. It pours slowly out of the cup.
Like syrup. Oh, I had a question for the keeper, mainly bookkeeping thing from since the last day. Have we had chance to sufficiently get enough rest or time passed for healing to take place? And also, how many magic points can we recover since the morning?
Yes, you would have had, I think the night before, though a few bits and pieces happened, I'd say you would have been able to get enough sleep during the night and day to have to recoup some hit points. And yeah, your magic's every hour, so it's been a decent amount of time since you would have used any of your special skills. So,
And I also have a question. Blake gave me those books and stuff to read, so I could get filled in on the train ride.
Okay, so you're going to spend the 3 hours reading the this is the scrolls of about the crystals and stuff.
Yeah, the
Latin scroll.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to, let me just double check. So you're going to read the ancient Roman Phenotic scroll, which is going to be 100.
You muted yourself.
That's going to be page 159.
And then as I finish one, I'll hand it back to him and hold on to the others until I'm cycled through them.
It's only 3
rotate
hours.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like later.
Yeah. Plus, you can skim read stuff fairly quickly, so it might not be the entire thing you digest, but maybe get the overview of it.
Okay, so to study it fully is going to take 1 week. Give me a 1d4.
4.
You lose 4 sanity points. And then it says 0 dash plus 2 percentile for Cthulhu Mythos. I don't know what the hell that means.
It's 0 on skim and plus 2 on a full read.
So you're gonna try. Well, you can't do a full read in 3 hours. So you're gonna get 0 on this one just because you're just skimming it. And basically, the scroll claims to be a translation of the Etrusian stone tablet that discusses the crystals of Nafcon, with the ancient Lemurians considered sacred. Details and gives details on how to create them. The Lemurians used the stones to view distant times, places, and worlds. They could protect their psyches or even loot those of others. Through the stones, a great race was created with the creating of the truly mastering such projection techniques. So that's what you're going to be doing in the 3 hours. How's your Latin?
Only Russian and English, unfortunately.
Okay, so then forget all that. You can't read any of it.
In which case, I can read it aloud to get round that potentially. So we're gonna both sit together and I read it to him, or at least skim read it to him.
Awesome.
So
There's also
what's your Latin? 30, right?
50.
Oh yeah, so you're more than easy to
But I need to take a D4 hit, I presume, because of the loss.
Correct. Yeah.
we also have the English language books
Yes, so that you've got the ones that
from
Leopold wrote. Those are the ones you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I guess less helpful as far as actual mythos related stuff. That's just him being a racist predominantly.
Can I add something to that? Since my character is a linguist, as Milton is reading it out loud, I'll be sitting over there by them, and if I think something's wrong with his translation, I'll lean forward and I'll say, that's actually, handy. It's this instead of that.
Litera multum ille ectericitatus et alto superum.
What do you mean it isn't Kalatu Baratu necktie?
Yeah, so no, that's all fine. Alexios and Marsden, what would you guys like to do on your 3-hour train journey?
I'm on about my third sandwich.
You got to keep the strength up, huh?
Yeah, just for reference, he's smart enough, but he's not, he's more physical than mentally strong. So,
hey, we need one in the group.
Yeah.
How about Marsden Lethbridge, the genius?
I think I'll I'd like the 9 Spectrum flashlight to be a portable object and not something that needs to be attached to the wall. So I'll be fiddling with that and some Eon battery. Now that we know
cool.
that there are more of those things about.
That'll come in your weird science. I'm assuming you kind of tinkering away with your travel kit of stuff in your little... so you guys have your own cabin in the train. So there's like obviously the seats on either side, and then some of them have a table between. So you're able to kind of tinker away at that sort of stuff. As I said, the tea lady does kind of come here and there and bring small things, but there's also there's the a place where you can go get food and drink on the train as well, a bit further down. But if there's nothing else that people are wanting to do, we'll jump ahead to when the train. Now, there's a few stops along the way where they kind of passengers get on and off, and maybe they load and unload some cargo and that kind of things like that. But eventually, at around about, let's say 8:30, you guys arrive in Saugerties, and you get off the train, and it's not a massive town that you see ahead of you, but it's kind of probably it's definitely a town. It's not a city or anything like that. It's a town, but also there's a village almost size. It's kind of in that between spaces. It's not huge. There's a few buildings, nothing over 2 stories, mainly wood. You guys will know that Woodstock and the Catskills and all stuff is quite popular around tourist season. A lot of people go hiking and that kind of stuff. So there's enough businesses here that can keep the upkeep during that, but this is not tourist season. So you guys are the only ones getting off the train once it arrives here, and before it continues on.
Do the Catskills get snowy?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So there's probably still snow on the ground in places.
Yeah. It's definitely colder than it is warm at the moment.
Even in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, up there it can be almost until June. They'll be in the shadows of the trees and things.
Yeah,
the snow.
It's very immensely wooded area. Like it just around you is forest area. There's no. It's a vast contrast from going from Manhattan with all the bustling buildings, everything. Now you're very much in the country now. So. What would everyone like to do? The train station is just a large platform. At one end there is a booth with ticket. You can see a man sitting in there under a single light bulb light. Seems to be reading a newspaper.
I'll go right to him and say, is there a local hotel nearby?
Yeah, well, if you just head down this way a little while, you'll hit Main Street. And once you hit Main Street, you'll see the Exchange Hotel.
The Exchange Hotel. All right.
That's the one.
Is it a local paper he's reading?
Yes.
And any wonderfully evocative headline like 5 found dead in mysterious circumstances or anything like that?
Give me a spot hidden.
You know what? Because I'm nosy, I'll spend the 7 luck and find out.
Okay. Was it just Milton checking?
Yeah, it's not like we're all leaning over the thing looking at his newspaper. So.
Yeah.
I like the idea of 4 people around you leaning in, looking at the paper instead.
So yeah, just sort of leaning over as Damiel is just chatting with the man. You spot a headline. It's not a headline. It's just a small article on the side, and it just states another missing persons from the Slaughter Institute. And as you read further a little bit more, it speaks about ghost sightings, Native American ghost sightings in the woods.
May need to pick up a copy of the paper.
There'll probably be one at the hotel. The Exchange, I guess. That's the name of it. Hopefully they have rooms.
Ominous name for a hotel, considering our plan for great brain theft.
That is true. All right.
I'm just playing fetch with Octavian.
3 plus hours.
Yeah, so you guys, as it doesn't to get off from where the train station is, it's not a very far walk until you get into the town center where everything is and find Main Street very easily. As you're kind of walking into town, you can see off to your left there is a small police station. It looks just like kind of one single building, so more of a sheriff's. Like you've got the main building and then some cells. Pretty stock standard. As you kind of first thing that you enter into the main city, you see a general store. Looks quite a large one, and it's the general store, so it kind of looks like they sell pretty much everything that the town needs. It looks like the main hub. There's just still a few people kind of walking around and mingling around, chipping away at things. They do look a little bit surprised to see outsiders this time of the year, but they all kind of smile and tip their hats at you quite happily. And at the kind of halfway down Main Street, you see the Exchange Hotel, which is a 2-story, it almost looks like a Western style saloon-esque kind of thing. The whole town sort of seems a little bit out of time, a bit. Definitely that kind of old West style. So the Exchange Hotel's got the big name above. The windows above have the balconies off the side, and you sort of step up. There's even still the old posts out the front where you'd hook up the horses. They're still out the front of the Exchange Hotel, and it's got the classic swing barn door type things. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the music to stop the minute we walk in.
I guess this is
yeah. So you guys gonna head in?
yeah, sure.
Okay. So as you guys are all going in, give me spot hiddens.
The dog too, or just me?
The dog can if you want. 06, damn.
That is an extreme from me.
I rolled a
Got
90.
20, which is just a hard.
I got an extreme as well.
Both of us failed. I'm putting a collar and leash on him, and he just doesn't like it, so we're not paying attention.
I get 87. My glasses must have fogged.
Okay, so Milton and Alexios, you were the last two to go in the door, and as you go in, you happen to notice at the other end of the street, kind of almost in the shadows, you almost miss it, and you probably wouldn't have picked up on it straight away, except Alexios, you're a pretty big guy. So you notice that there's two guys that match you in size. One of them's probably even about half a foot taller than you. And they're down the very edge of the street in the shadows. And both Milton and Alexios, the thing that makes you sort of do a double take is both of them are wearing white armbands.
Oh, mother.
Of course.
And pretty much the second you spot them, they sort of walk away into the shadow. But they were facing your direction, and the minute you sort of looked back, they just disappeared back into the shadows, just past the general store.
Do me and Alexius kind of clock each other that we've both seen this?
Yes, yeah.
We need to deal with that before they get back to whoever they report to.
Should we run after them?
It's now or never.
Yeah, I'm going to run after them.
Leg it as well.
I was not expecting that. That's awesome. Okay. First off, let's see. What is your move rate, both of you? Are you both running?
Yeah, as full pelt as possible. 8 from me.
Okay. You're an 8.
Move rate 8.
Okay. Hang on.
You might get a chase after all then, depending on how well we roll.
I've just got to find the stats for the Wiblin brothers.
It would be really funny to roll for stealth as well to see if the others notice us just disappear. Because we were at the back.
All right.
We were walking in and going up to the counters, so we're not noticing that you're not there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. They were behind you. Both of them have move rate 7.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember exactly how chases work.
We do a con roll to start off with because we're on foot. If we get an extreme, our move rate goes up by 1. Otherwise,
Right.
fail, it goes down. We regular success, it stays where it is.
Okay, cool. And that's the same for them as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Although I think they're a couple of locations ahead when the chase
Oh
starts.
yeah, they're you guys are probably, I'd say, a good maybe 100 yards behind them, easy, because they were at the other end of the street around, and they've just headed around the corner. All right, so give me your con rolls.
Also, if they don't know they're being chased after, they're not going to be running either.
Oh, they were. It's not that they didn't know they were being chased, but they weren't planning on sticking around too long. Once they've clocked you're there, they don't need to.
Right.
You know.
I put other
Can
running.
you spend luck for your con roll in this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
this
gonna
is Pulp. Spend luck when you can.
Definitely. I'm gonna spend 9 luck to make that just a regular pass.
Yeah, 42 for me is a regular as well.
Timmy Wiblin got a hard. Let's see how Jimmy does.
Timmy and Jimmy?
23. Fuck. Yeah, they're both. So what is it? If they get an extreme, they.
If it's an
I don't know if
extreme, they
they've-
go up. If it's an extreme, they go up by 1. But it might be that there's not a chase for for one of them, because I think, if I remember right from the rules, if the pursuer has a greater speed than at least one of the people they're pursuing, there isn't a chase. We just catch them.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so both of them have got hards, so that's a good thing.
They remain at 7. We're at 8.
So they
we
remain at
catch
7.
them.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, basically, as Jason sort of pointed out, they possibly weren't quite prepared for 2 people to kind of come bolting around the corner after them. So you guys sprint down the street and kind of skid around the corner, and you can actually see walking down the street, shoulder to shoulder, are these 2 huge guys wearing sort of flannelled shirts and high-waisted pants with suspenders. One of them is wearing kind of a newsboy hat, and the other one has quite short cropped hair, and it's sort of slicked back. Are you guys trying to be quiet about it at all, or?
I look at Melton.
I'm thinking get to them as soon as possible. That's kind of
Yep.
the first thing for me.
Yeah, I mean they're
Right,
aware
so-
of us, so
Yeah, you guys killed up with them pretty quickly. So, yeah, what do you guys want to do when you get on top of them?
Gentlemen, I think we need to have a word.
hello friends.
They sort of both stop and turn around, and they give you kind of a look up and down, and they're like, "Can we help you?"
Yeah, I think you certainly can. Without taking my eyes off, well, which one, this might be a psychology roll, which one do I get the impression seems to be the more authoritarian figure?
That is going to be the older brother, which is going to be Timmy, who is the larger of the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without taking my eyes off him, I'm just going to say, Alexius, would you like to restrain the small one? And then I'm going to, still with keeping eye contact, I think we should have a word. about some things.
The big one. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So Alexios, let's start with Alexios trying to grab Jimmy. You guys are
Come here and
matched
let me
for
squeeze
size. Okay. So this is going to be a fighting brawl because it's a maneuver
Okay.
to try and grab him. Okay, so... Yep.
Regular, just.
Okay, he got a regular as well. It's
Spend it.
fighting, so it's
The aggressive
wins.
Fighting
Aggressive
back.
wins. So yeah, you managed to kind of kind of grab him and pull him to one side, but he's you're struggling to kind of maintain a grip on this guy. He's, as I said, you're matched in size. The second guy you're doing hypnotism on. So this is all happening simultaneously. So he's got to do a power roll, I believe, and you've got to do a hypnosis roll.
Suppose my hypnosis versus his power.
I'll say up front, these guys not super strong in power. They're big, but
I
they're
know
not.
the feeling.
Yeah.
Although I am going to have to push my roll, so I'm potentially going to leave myself open to attack if I fail it.
Okay. Well, he just got a regular pass. So you're gonna push to really. Yeah, I would just because. Yeah. Hang on. What is these guys' pulp talents? Oh yeah, you really. This guy's pulp talent's heavy hitter, so you do not want to be taking a hit from Timmy.
Yeah, oh boy, because I'm not spending that amount of luck to pass it.
Okay, so he got a regular.
Oh wait,
yeah. Wait.
That puts me under an extreme as my hypnosis extreme is 10.
So it's almost like a kind of, there's a split second there where you kind of think you haven't got him, and his arm, just meaty arm. This guy has a size of 95.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy's like meaty arm sort of starts to draw back, and you kind of take a gulp, and then he just sort of, and yeah, you've got him. Alexios, give me a strength roll. Milton, you do what you were going to do quickly, but the next thing will be seeing if Alexios can maintain a grip on Jimmy. So Milton, what are you trying to achieve with? He's in your control at this point.
Tell me your orders.
We're supposed to keep an eye out for a group of men. We've been given a description of them. You and your group fit the description.
Who are you reporting back to, and where are they?
Argus, Fontanelli. They found the entrance.
Okay, where is he now?
They're in the Catskills. At the entrance.
Elaborate. Where is this place?
I only know where we drop them off.
And that is?
And he, 1 second, I've just got to bring up on the map, just so I can remember the name. I won't show you guys the map just yet. He dropped them at Devil's Pass Trail. It doesn't sound ominous at all.
Nope, not at all. For reference, how much did it cost roughly for us to get here by train?
Maybe for all of you as a group, probably individually. Let's say 10. No, it's 10's too much. Probably $3 to $4.
Okay. I don't think
because you got the nice private cart at the top. Yeah.
I can potentially get more out of the other one. Quickly again, without making losing eye contact, pull out from my wallet a $20 bill. Take this, get the next train, and keep going as far south of this money as this money will get you.
So this to Timmy, the big guy. Okay. So he sort of just takes that and sort of starts to slump off. But in the meantime, Alexios, let's see how good a hold you've got on young Timmy. Oh, young Jimmy, sorry.
Strength roll, did you say?
Yep.
And then I get a bonus die on these as well, don't I?
What's your talent?
It is. I haven't got the description written down, but it is
Heavy lifter or something like that, isn't it?
yeah, heavy lifter. Probably not for Brawl. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, no, this is it's not for because basically you're just trying to hold on to him and he's flexing to break out.
It's just a regular pass.
He got a 12, so
oh Lord,
he's gonna be broken back. So he's gonna just sort of oof, and releases your fist, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna fling his head back and try and break your nose.
ooh,
So it's gonna be a fighting brawl. Are you gonna try and dodge, or?
can you fight back from that position, or?
I mean, you can try and kind of throw him or push him out of the way. You can do a fight back, but I'm sort of if you're just trying to move your head out of the way, or if you're trying to
Yeah, it makes sense that I dodge it if he's flinging his head back, so I'll try that.
You get a bonus dice when trying to lift heavy things or people.
That's lift. He's not lifting him.
Yeah,
He was trying to. Yeah.
He's
no,
also
I
a
failed.
heavy hitter, though, isn't he?
No, this is the other brother. The heavy hitter was the
No, Alexios.
Heavy hitter only means I think you can get
The
more
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 points of luck, and you add damage points to your blow. Okay, so luckily for you, Jimmy doesn't have any. His pulp talent's not a damage talent. So he got a hard on his brawl. So it's going to be a 1d3 plus a 1d6 damage. So a 1d3 is going to be a 3, and a 1d6 is going to be a 4.
Nice. So 7 altogether.
So I think that that's enough to break your nose. So, boom! You hear an almighty crack as your nose cracks and blood starts to kind of spill out your nose, and you possibly stumble back a little bit. You're not knocked out or anything, but it probably came as a little bit of surprise. You're not used to people being able to break free of your Goliath arms.
A worthy foe. In that same breath, can you remind me what Tough Guy does? Because I think I can shrug that off.
Tough Guy, yes, you spend 10 luck points, and that lets you burn 5 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And
you can use that
break my nose
1 point.
back in place.
You can use that once every combat round, because that was what Magnus had. Great one.
That's really good.
Cool. So yeah, you do that. You just sort of like, oh, this has probably happened before. So you just sort of snap it back in. Milton, did you want to do anything? We'd be going in dex order, wouldn't we? What's Alexios' dex?
Oh, he's a chunky boy. He's only 45.
Milton, what was your dex? 75. So yeah, you are going to be moving before Jimmy, and then it's going to go Jimmy and then Alexios. So Milton, what would you like to do?
If I can catch his
As I
eye,
said, this has all happened very quick.
if I get a chance to catch his eye, I'm going to try and hypnotize him as well.
Okay, so you're going to go for because he's going to try and chase after his brother. He's not necessarily going to try and fight you guys. He's trying to stop his brother. He doesn't know what his brother's doing, but
that's what I need to stop.
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to work out how do we guarantee that you're going to be, because if you were focusing on his, do you know what? Let's do that. Give me a luck roll. Let's see if you're able to catch his eye first, and if you are, then we'll do the power and hypnosis roll.
47 out of 83 is a pass.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to. He just sort of glances over at you, and you catch his eye. So give me his powers a little bit better than his brother, but still not great.
Didn't want to hear that. Oh, 10. My dice like me tonight.
No, boom. Yeah, you managed to obliterate. He failed hugely. So yeah, no, he managed. He goes to. You can tell he's about to bolt, and just sort of he sort of stops in his tracks when he sees the swinging the thing. And yeah, what would you like to do?
First thing I'll say to Alexius is, I've got him. Get the others, and then I'm going to question him. Okay. So, Alexius, are you gonna listen to what he says, or are you gonna give this guy a little?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna. Alexius listens to the Mr. Big Brain. I'll do the gross thing where you spray a little blood out the side of your nose.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And just start trundling back where I came from.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So you kind of make your way back to the. This has all happened quite quick. So what we'll do is I'll do this interaction with you, Milton, and then I'll quickly jump over to you guys, and we'll do just a little bit that would have happened from you guys entering and then realizing that they weren't there. Awesome.
I'm quite happy for in that kind of intervening time. All I was going to do was basically get him to confirm what the other guy said, or see if there's anything more he could add, and then hopefully the others can join us at the end of that. Oh,
in that case, that's exact. He just says the exact same thing. They Argus and Fontanelli and his team, they drove. They all arrived. They were staying at the exchange, and Jimmy and his brother drove them in trucks with all their equipment and all their people to Devil's Pass, and they dropped them off there, and then they drove back, and they were told to keep an eye out for people that were causing a nuisance. And they were given a description of your party. Yeah. Okay, so Marsden, Boris, and Damiel, you guys walked in, set up pretty much like an old saloon, as I said. So there's a bar at the front with drinks and whatnot behind, and you can see behind one part there is different keys hung up. On either side, there's staircases that meet in the middle that seem to go back to rooms, and there's a couple tables and whatnot in the front. A couple people playing some cards. They all sort of look up when they see you and smile and nod their head. There is someone playing some piano over in the corner who just kind of give you a quick nod. It's not kind of Westerny music though. It's just kind of classical, standard kind of jazz. And you go over to, there's quite a pretty young woman, you'd probably say early to mid-20s, at the over behind the bar. And she sort of smiles when she sees you and goes, "Oh, customers, how can I help?"
Vodka.
Can we get 5 rooms?
5? Well, we don't normally get a busy season at the moment. We don't normally have that many people. We were just filled up a couple of days ago.
Well, how big are your rooms? Do they have 2 beds or 1 bed?
Oh no, single bed to each room.
5
How
rooms.
many rooms with larger ceilings for my? Oh, that's odd.
What?
Yeah, are you sure you need 5? There's only 3 of you.
No, there's
You seem to have
2 others that seem to have disappeared.
One man might need 2 rooms.
He's big, but he's not going to need 2
Oh
rooms.
well, the attic room has got some nice. It's got more headspace. That could work.
That would work. How many for 5 rooms? How much?
For 5 rooms, with breakfast included, obviously, that'll be $7.
Oof.
It's a good breakfast.
And speaking of which, where the hell are they? Is your kitchen open now? A friend of mine, I think, is going to want a steak when he gets in.
Our kitchen is always open, 24/7.
No. Is there any place else in town to stay?
Yeah. I mean, she's like, we are the best in town, but there is the just a bit further down the road at the end of the street there. There's a place where some of the workers sometimes go and stay. It's more of a hostel of places.
It's like $7 for 5 rooms, just overnight,
and meals.
It is off season.
Yeah, that is the. Yeah, we gotta.
I'm bargaining with the people to get a lower price.
Give me a persuade roll.
Right. I got a 30. Let's see what my persuade is. My persuade is 60, so I got a hard.
Oh, there we go.
So I can get her to drop $1.
Go do it.
Cents. All right, yeah. So maybe we'll.
I'm gonna set my bags down and just look out the door and see if there's any sign of our compatriots. Seems odd.
I negotiate down $1 or so.
Yeah, so she's sort of chatting with you and things, and then she notices. Do you still wear your cross?
No.
Okay. She sort of goes, "Oh, look, it is the off season, and I don't want you guys." The hostel's the hostel's not comfortable. Look, I could probably. I'll tell you what. I'll do it for $5.
Well, $5 is better than no dollars. So
yeah, $5 a room. That includes meals.
All right.
So, Marsden, as you kind of step out the door, the first thing you know, you're looking kind of down the street. The first thing you notice is you see a giant man kind of walking off into the distance, and this guy is big. Like he makes, like I said, he's about a couple inch taller or so than Alexios, and about as muscly. And then not long after that, you see Alexios kind of come around the corner, blood all down his front, and he's just sort of lumbering towards you.
Right, then we'll still need 5 rooms. Gosh, I hope they're not all that big up here. It's not. I think he's actually leaving. He's leaving.
Are they outside?
Yeah, we've got him.
And not long after
Alexios
gets to you, you see a second man about the same size, just fractionally shorter, just walking off after the first one.
He's been given $20 and told to go north as far as he can with that money. So they're both going like that.
Oh, well, there you go. So you just say, yeah. One of the other guys walking down the street.
Both going to the train station, but then told to take different routes.
Ah, right. There we go.
Alexios. Palevis, Tikanis, have you been fighting?
Hello? Oh, he got one good hit on me. But our friend here, Melton, sorted it out.
We had some friends from the League that were keeping an eye on the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got rooms. You're in the attic, Alexios, because it's taller.
Oh, thank you. They made my nose like tomato.
Maybe I ordered. I was preparing to order you a steak. Maybe we should get you a raw one first for your face.
What day is it? Saturday? Yes, that's okay.
Oh, is everything all right here, gentlemen? Your friend looks like he's been in a bit of a scuffle there.
He's big. He bumps into things.
Train. When we come from train, he slip and hit and then frame of door.
Huh.
You know,
they only make doors 6 foot tall after all. So.
Oh, hello, doggy. And she kind of bends down to scratch Octavian behind the ear.
You saw
who weirdly doesn't react in a bad way. The dog's like, ah.
I thought Cerberus was going to take an arm off or something.
So if excuse us, miss, we will go up in a moment. So if we've already had trouble in town, should we be staying the night, or should?
Well, we'll talk about. You got to tell us what happened.
Yeah,
but not right here. Let's.
No,
she's sort of gone at the sign of trouble in town. She's gone. Oh, I do apologize. Do I need to call the sheriff?
If you read my message, I was keeping her busy.
Well, she's behind she's come because you guys were at the front. She kind of came to give you your keys. So, I mean, you can try. What are you going to do? Try me a fast talk, Boris?
Well, no, I was having her set us up drinks and food. If you see the
but she's but right now she's less worried about money. There's a guy bleeding out on her floor.
Can I try charm?
Let's get you upstairs. Get you cleaned up.
04. I freaking waste my good lucks on all.
So what are you doing to charm her? Like, what are you
telling her how attractive she is and this place is beautiful. I want to set my friends up with we're on a little mini vacation and I want to treat them all very well. And I slip her a $1 bill in her hand on top of that. Okay. So that she sort of at first is a bit like, and then, so eventually you kind of able to kind of take her off. And she kind of gestures for, there's these two young boys that kind of both have nice green striped waistcoats. They come over and goes, can we take your bag, sir? Yeah.
Go upstairs and clean up.
Yeah, if you follow us, sir, we'll take you to your rooms.
I'm going to go to the receptionist while they're going upstairs.
Yeah.
Quick question for you. I just wanted to know, a couple of people we know were supposed to be staying here over the last few days. I'm just wondering if they've checked out fully or whether they've still got rooms here. Mr. Fontanelli and Mr. Argus?
Let me, sorry. And she sort of kind of gestures Boris away. And she goes over to her books and she goes, well, I don't have a Fontanelli or an Argus, but I did have a large group here just a few days ago.
Describe both of them then.
Oh yeah, that was Mr. Brooks and Mr. Brannigan. Brannigan and Brooks.
Oh, okay. Using assumed names. That's, well, maybe not unsurprising. Have they checked out or are they still checked in?
Oh, no. They checked out a few days ago now. The Weblin brothers drove them up in their trucks.
Gotcha. The two small mountains that walk.
Oh, yeah. The Weblin brothers, they're, yeah. You know, don't get me started on that. They're more trouble than they're worth.
Probably less of an IQ or less brain cells than they've got fingers. Yeah.
Oh, that's putting it nicely, sir.
No, that's fine. Just wondering if they were still here or not.
No, them and their large party. But they came up here and, as I said, probably would have been about 2 or 3 days ago now.
When you say large, how large?
Oh, there was about 15 of them in total.
Okay.
All funny fellas wearing white armbands.
Yeah, that'd be them.
They seemed quite chummy with the Weblins. The Weblins aren't usually normally that helpful, but they seemed quite happy to go in and help with all them.
The Weblins from here, they live in this area?
Oh yeah, born and bred here.
They're taking a little trip out of town for the minute.
Oh, okay.
Impromptu holiday.
So they left on May 4th.
My birthday. Oh, sorry.
That was when they headed out.
And it's the 11th now, so that's a week ago. Okay. Oh, thank you anyway. Just wanted to know.
Speaking of transportation, is there anyone we can ask? We need a ride up to Woodstock tomorrow.
Well, your best bet for transportation is the Weblins.
Whereabouts do they live? Because I think they won't be needing their truck for a while.
There, and she kind of gives you she pulls out a napkin and she draws a quick kind of very similar thing of the map of the town, and then she kind of marks out the spot where they're based.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fairly nice kids. They'll take us up there.
The Weblins, I mean, they'll do it for money, but
I'm just making like a quick, don't worry about it kind of gesture to him.
All right.
Yeah, they. She said, "Oh yeah, they'll. I mean, if the price is right, they're more than happy. They're kind of the local town handyman. As I said, they're not the nicest fellas, but they help out around
They'll do
town
it for
and drive
money.
people to
Okay.
and from. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We should go and have a chat though, and I'll kind of gesture for those that are left there to head upstairs.
Yeah, we're gonna go clean up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the two boys have laden on all of the bags and whatnot, and are ready to take everyone to their rooms upstairs.
All right.
As soon as they're out of earshot and that we're alone, I'll relay everything that we found from the other two and basically say, well, they've gone on a train heading north and south. We've got a truck we can just take, walk up and take. So what do you want to do?
Do we have the keys?
Well, I presume they'll have them, or we can whatever the parlance is, the thing.
These
to,
should be in the car in this area.
They might very well not even lock the vehicle, being I saw these fellows there.
Do we know the way?
we know where the place is. I presume we can get a map locally.
Milton knows where Slaughter is.
There you go.
You
Yes.
came through here. You would have come through here about 5 years ago, Milton. Obviously, because you took the same train and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should think that Woodstock itself and the Institute shouldn't be trouble, but we also should find out where Devil's Pass is. I don't even know if that would be on a county surveyor's map. It sounds like the sort of
Probably
thing
a
the
local name.
locals call a
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
No, we'll find out.
Since they've already been up there for a week, I suppose there's no harm in us waiting until tomorrow to go. We're not exactly getting the jump on them.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they were just about to go through whatever this gate is that door that they've said they found.
Oh, yeah, Senor Yvonne might actually know where Devil's Pass is.
Yeah,
Having
going
been up here for some time.
Going to the Institute and being forewarned, I think, would be better than just rushing in blind. It's just good that we've got some heads up on where we know we need to go.
15 of the blighters up here. That's I mean, those can't all be from Lomar. There are only, as far as we know, 6 or 8 of the Lomarian takeovers to date.
I imagine that they've probably got some of their knuckle-dragging, ape-like forgotten
Buddies.
men with them. Yeah.
Might not even know what's going on.
Oh, and Fontenelle isn't the Lomarian yet, is he? He's just a hanger-on.
Yeah, he's a catspaw.
Ugh. I'm going to ask them to put a pot of coffee on downstairs, and we should get a pile of meat into Lex. I don't know what else.
So the
we
biggest
need
room
to
for
except,
you
yes,
guys.
find that truck early in the morning and move along.
The biggest room is going to be the attic room. So it'll have like the bed off to the side, and then like a table where you would all be able to sit around and discuss if you wanted like a hub. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys head down to Lisa and want to order some food and whatnot.
You had made
Come
food.
back down, and she's like, "Is your friend okay? Did we, does he need to see a doctor or anything?"
No, he's fine.
Just give him all your steak and he'll be fine.
No, we got it.
Flash wound.
We got the best cook in all of New York State. He's from New Orleans.
Chicken fried steak.
Oh, we can, yeah.
If he's down from NOLA, see if he's got see if gumbo's on the menu.
Oh, he can do a mean gumbo. Hey,
So-
Louis. Yeah, mama. We got some folks out here that they want some of that Louisiana cooking. Oh, les bon temps roulés. And
Local color.
almost instantaneously, you guys are kind of hit with the smell of this beautiful cooking, kind of emanating from behind the bar there. So it doesn't take a good roll to know you guys are going to be eating well tonight.
Interesting dialect.
Tree life. More than what it would seem. I have to say, Milton, I'm charmed by the idea of those two lumps of humanity seeing each other from opposite platforms and waving sadly as they wait for their trains.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a fight with them, but they were spying for the...
It didn't take you very long, I have to say.
And they already know that we're here. Or at least they're expecting us.
They were given orders to stay and look. So at least it means that the people we're after are competent and they have manpower to spare to leave behind to look out for us. And we are very much certainly on their naughty list.
I can't believe one of them got a lick in on Alexios.
Lucky
You
shot.
should have seen them. They really were unhuman. Of course, Argus will have known, presumably, that his first shadow minion was dispatched. And so maybe that's... Although I guess these lumps have been waiting for us since the 4th. I mean,
Well, they've been waiting a week. Yeah.
Right. Although, yeah, if they're the main transport and handyman in town, they're probably lurking around the exchange in general.
Although they had our identities, because I had my chat with Argus this morning. So that might be any recent orders they've been given.
Better
We're
order-
going to have to be really
like-
careful.
Lisa brings out some drinks and everything for everyone, and she sort of has a quick look at Alexios and gets an O2 on first aid. So roll a 1d4, Alexios. Oh, actually,
Oh,
I'll roll
wow.
it for you.
That could,
4, you get 4 hit points.
Extreme.
Nice.
I was going to say there is the rule in there that if you're all in extreme, you can just say
Ah.
you get maximum back. So
There you go. You get 4 hit points back thanks to Lisa.
Thank you very much, dear. It's very kind of you.
Oh, that's okay. We like to take care of our guests. We want them to come back. Yeah, we don't normally get that many guests in the off season, to be honest with you. Most people come up here for the hiking up in the Catskills and whatnot, and it ain't hiking season, so we definitely want to take care of you all.
Well, there's
Man.
also in season, there's the vaudeville. Is there not up here? The vaudeville
Oh,
entertainment?
yes. Yeah, that's not a little later in the year, though, unfortunately. You should definitely come back for it, though.
Miss, you have a lamb shank for a dog? You know, back leg of lamb?
Oh, but we don't have a back leg of lamb, but we can definitely scrounge something up for you.
Ah, thank you.
that's a hungry dog that needs a whole leg.
Of lamb, no less.
I think a horse died the other day. We could probably...
Ah, work. That work.
We're not barbarians.
Perhaps not in the main dining room, however. Miss, have you heard of this establishment somewhere near Woodstock called the Slaughter Institute?
And she kind of shifts a little, kind of a little awkwardly, and it's like, yeah, we know of the Slaughter Institute.
What sort of reputation
why do
does
you
this
ask?
place has? I'm curious about the place's reputation. Some friends of ours are interested in possibly going there for a study. And since we're in the neck of the woods, I thought I'd see what the local view on the place was.
Well, are your friends there to be the staff or the patients?
Are they patients exactly, or subjects of scientific inquiry? It's not like a madhouse, is it?
Yeah.
That wasn't the idea that we had. Perhaps I'll warn them away then.
I mean, it's not like they lock them up, though. Some say they should. Some of the types that, I mean, have you heard of the people that go missing?
Oh, we've just gotten here. Is there bad news?
Oh yeah, that people go missing from the institute quite often. and not to mention the ghost sightings. They've stirred something up evil up that way.
Perhaps the people go missing, become ghosts?
Well, I wouldn't like to think about it. I mean, good Christian woman like myself.
Thank you very much for the warning. We shall take it into serious consideration. Sounds like a dubious location, to say the least. Something to be avoided.
I thought it was. I sort of lean over at Marsden. I'm like, I thought it was for parapsychological research. Not
just think they've got
it
a
is
bad
insane
rap.
asylum.
No, that they have patients or people staying with them. Some of them do have mental problems. I know from firsthand, having been there in such a state. So they do provide psychological help, yes. But they're also conducting parapsychological research.
Basically,
Not
from
popular.
what Milton Minoza said, he was a patient there. They're trying to prove or disprove psychic powers, basically.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's going to bring some people that think they've got such skills that really don't.
I'm just asking in character.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
It's a pity the place has acquired a superstitious reputation locally. Can't help.
There's always been superstition around such things.
After a few moments, a large kind of obese, short African American man kind of backs out from behind the kitchen door and kind of walks over with two large trays of some food that smells amazing, and so we got some cornbread here, got collard greens, we got some gumbos of jambalaya, we got some catfish over there. Now you gotta look, and he kind of points over to Demi. Goes, I can tell you gotta like some catfish over there. We got that chicken fried steak you guys ordered, and here we got enough sweet tea here to rot your teeth out tonight. And he lays all the food down there, and this is like, this is probably like normally what Alexios eats in a normal meal, but for the rest of you, this is a lot of really good Southern comfort, Louisiana. Yeah.
Can I like say a few things to him in French? Let's see how he responds. Because his dialect is unusual. I haven't been to New Orleans.
I was gonna say it's Creole French, so it's not gonna be like French dialect, but it'll be Creole.
Well, can I, like, as I'm talking to him, since I'm a linguist, can I like sort of analyze how he's saying things and mark it down in my head? I got a 14 on my linguistics.
Cool. So yeah, Louis sort of goes, "Hey, you know the lingo here, there."
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yes, and he kind of he sort of slaps you on the back, kind of not in a but kind of
My food goes.
And, well, you guys eat up all that. I'll put some batch on out there, some beignets out the back there, yeah. Oh yeah, that fresh beignet for you. If you need anything, you just let Louis know. I'll take care of you, yeah.
Certainly will, sir. Certainly will.
And so he kind of starts making his way back to the kitchen and leans over the counter and gives Lisa a kiss on the cheek as he kind of heads back into the kitchen there. And because she was just coming out, and she's got this massive leg of meat that you would say would be closer to a horse than a lamb, and sort of plonks that down on the. She's had the two boys with the striped shirts, the striped waistcoats. They come over and lay down some newspapers, and they've placed the leg on top of the newspapers for Octavian.
All right, Octavian, wait, and once they're gone, then you eat, and the thing just jumps on it.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are definitely eating well tonight, and the food is beautiful. The sweet tea is as promised. You can almost feel it kind of as you drink it, fossicking away at your fillings and whatnot. Best gumbo you've ever had. Alexios, you're trying to you're sitting there trying to go, oh, what kind of flavor notes has he used here? And you're trying to analyze the spices and whatnot.
Is very good.
Lisa probably comes over and she checks on you, and she goes, I thought you folks might be wanting to do some hiking while you're here. Like I said, it's not necessarily the season for it, but I thought I'd bring you over some maps here. There's a couple of guides in the town as well you can hire to take you to such places. I've pointed out some of the points on the map that locals seem to like to go. Tourists like to go and see and check out, and things like there's the most popular. There's Twin Mountain, Indian Head Mountain. There's the old Overlook Road, Sugarloaf Mountain, and the Plateau Mountain, of course.
Waterfalls?
Oh, but there's a few waterfalls out there. I wouldn't go swimming though; it's a little bit chilly this time of year.
How about a place called Devil's Pass?
Oh, I wouldn't go up Devil's Pass. Definitely not around this time of year. It's quite a dangerous. I mean, there's what you'd be better off with Mink Hollow Road, I would say.
Mink Hollow, you say?
At Mink Hollow Road, if you're wanting to head, they end up in the same place. But yeah, Devil's Pass Trail, that's only for experienced climbers.
Ah, I see. That's why it's got such a frightening sort of name.
Oh, we don't name them such places like that if we don't mean it.
But they both end up in the same location, so the views are probably
correct.
good.
Oh, yeah, you ain't gonna get better views in all the U.S. People keep telling me, oh, it ain't nothing on Yosemite, and I can tell those people to go stick it.
Your hospitality is very impressive. I can see why this place has such a good reputation.
Oh, you spoil me, sugar. But yeah, so does anyone else have any questions or anything they would like to do tonight? They keep checking on you, bringing you more sweet tea and topping you up, and Louis brings out some fresher beignets.
Little tray of milk from my friend in the crate.
Oh yes, of course, Theodore.
Yeah, who I'm probably going to have to apologise for dropping him on the front of the hotel and running off earlier.
Yeah, actually, give me a power roll very quickly, Milton.
43 is a regular success.
Cool. Theodore seems to be kind of making somewhat of a mental connection with you, trying to tell you something, and you kind of finally just word it out, and he seems to be asking for lasagna.
As long as it isn't on a Monday, yeah. Yeah, well, it's Saturday, so we're fine. He's not in a cranky mood.
It's Saturday night, yeah.
I will indeed order lasagna for my friend here.
And so Louis goes, yeah, no, that's fine. He goes out and he you guys hungry, huh? And he goes and makes you a little lasagna for the cat.
Mm-hmm. He's a good man.
Oh, Louis and Lisa, they're the best. Some of the locals sort of come over and introduce themselves. They just ask what you're gonna, what your plans are, and say, "Oh, you got to go check out Twin Mountain. It's the best view in the whole area." And they kind of point out a few places on the maps you can go and make a few suggestions of things to check out. Very, very welcoming, lovely people.
Makes a change from the league.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think it sounds like everyone's ready for sleep and then wake up fresh and early, ready to go in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna get luck rolls from all of you.
Ooh, 15. Easy.
31 is pass.
Pass.
To see if we all wake up before the shark-jawed vampires come in and eat us.
Oh, I'm sleeping with the lights on just in case, so there's no shadows or minimal shadows around.
Marston, how'd you do?
92.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hang on, I just got to work out where I put you guys in the hotel. Okay, so you were on you're on the furthest edge, Marsden. So you had a window out to kind of the side of the building, and the closest room next to you is not the next room, but the room after that, which was gonna be Milton.
So he'll hear the screams.
Okay, so it's probably around about. Give me a power roll, Marsden, first of all.
That is a regular success.
Okay, that is handy. 1 second, I've just got to find. Okay. So you wake up in a room, and it's quite like your study that you have at the Anvil, your own little kind of private study that you keep all your everything in, and you seem to be tinkering away with something, and your desk lamp is on, and you're not sure kind of what time of the night is, and you realize what you're tinkering with is the chain that Wyatt's chain, and it's absolutely covered in blood and bits of flesh and human hair, and you seem to be not being able to stop yourself, kind of just tinkering away with all the bits and pieces that kind of come together. And as you you look up at on the other side of your desk, lying on the ground, bleeding out, is a battered and bruised Wyatt with his throat cut, and it looks like on the other end of the chain that you're working on is Wyatt's severed hand, so it's still attached to his wrist, and it's at this point that you see black with shadowy figures. One of them emerges out and is coming towards you. So would you like to give me... okay. So yeah, they're going to try and wrap its tendrils around you. What would you like to do?
The in process 9 spectrum flashlight is going to be in my bag, but that's not going to be within arm's reach. So I have to get out of the bed first and try to scramble for it. Am I in the hotel room now?
Oh no, you're still in your study.
In
this
there.
is all happening within your study.
Right. Well, I'm going to sort of, it begins as a dodge. I'm going to go under the desk and rush to the windows and hope I can let sunlight in.
Sure. Okay. So that's gonna be a dodge. It's attempting to come at you. So it's going to be your dodge against their fighting brawl.
I'm prepared to spend 13 luck to be successful in my dodge.
So that would be a regular.
That would be only a regular.
Okay, he got a 21. So you would have to get a hard because that to beat him.
Well, hell, everyone else has been in the dream world and I haven't. Right, so it was 38. That's 26. Sure, I haven't used any today.
Cool. You gonna do it?
Yeah, down to 51.
Okay. So you managed to
Screaming all the while.
So you, as you say, duck under the desk just barely as the tendrils kind of come over you, and as you duck under the desk, you slam hard into the ground as you're falling out of bed, and you sort of come to your senses a little bit, and the tendril thing it's in the room. It was looming over you in the bed. Milton, give me a listen check.
Light sleeper, Milton, light sleeper.
Yeah. This is where hopefully my dice still cooperate. Dead on 70, so yes, a success. Just a regular
Cool.
one.
So you hear a loud thud, and possibly some. I'd say you're probably going to be making some yelling, screaming, calling for help.
Yeah.
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 Right,
Yeah. Sort of.
who's in the room next to me? So that not like the wall adjoining me.
There's no one in the wall adjoining you. Well, there'll be other. There's not one of your party. There's two doors down. Is Damiel.
Okay. I will.
I mean, Damiel, you can give me a listen roll as well, but it'll have to be better than a regular.
No, 68.
Yeah.
Is there a fire alarm in the corridor?
No, not in this. These are older buildings. Yeah. You're lucky you've even got like a normal. They're quite rustic, log cabin kind of feel.
Oh, fair enough. I will rush over to where the screaming's coming from then.
Cool. Likelihood that you locked your door, Marsden?
Probably fairly high.
I probably will have done so, although I imagine that these locks are.
Oh, it's not going to be. It's not going to be Fort Knox. It's just would have been a standard key. So the door is locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would unlikely you guys would leave your rooms unlocked.
In any hotel and somebody as unwelcoming as me, I think you'd lock the door at night.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the door is locked, but you can definitely hear Marsden on the other side. Marsden, what would you like to do? You're on the ground, and this one of the shadow-like creatures is standing above you.
Yeah, now it's a scramble for my bag, in which all salvation.
Okay. So that is going to be
like
another.
Probably a dodge.
What's your dex? What is your dex?
My dex is 50.
I was going to. As soon as I asked you what it was, I looked at what the dex of the Keeper of the Heart of Dreams, and it's 90. So I'm pretty sure this thing's moving before you, because it's a shadow, so it can move pretty bloody quick. So it's gonna try and wrap you up in its tender hug again. First off, let's do a sanity check for your lovely little dream.
That's a regular success. 57.
Yeah, regular. That's going to be a 1d6 for a regular success.
4. Ouchie.
Okay.
Could
That
be
was
worse.
pretty shaking, seeing Wyatt look a little worse for wear.
And knowing that, he's been kidnapped, so it could be true. And I'm still being threatened by nightmare.
Yep. Okay, so it is going to try and, as I said, so you're going to try and, you're trying to go for your bag. So let's say that's a dodge, or, you're going to get out of the way of its grab and get your bag to pull out your torch.
I rolled a 26, so I can only spend 1 to make it a normal.
Okay, well, he got a hard.
He got a heart. All right. Well, so much for luck. But, I am being attacked by a shadow.
Just to remember,
can do...
quick reminder to all my Pulp players, 30 luck is the minimum you'll need to save yourself from dying. So always keep that in mind. Yeah. That's
a sound point. All right, so I need to spend 14. I can afford that still.
Okay. So you're going to match him for that?
7. Yep.
Which means you win because it's you're doing a dodge. Okay, so yeah, you managed to, again, you sort of kind of look back just in time to kind of roll out of the way and reach your bag and grab for your torch. So it's your move now.
Right.
So you're gonna do your maneuver to switch on your high beam light. Milton, this is probably around about the same time that you've doing whatever you're going to do to the door. So what would you like to do?
Shadow in here! Shadow in here!
I'm going to get the others because we need people for that. Because I won't be able to break down the door, so I'm going to basically go running along the other doors where I know others of our party are basically going, wake up!
Yeah, you would have known what doors you guys were in, so that happens. Marsden, you pull out your torch, smash on that light, and actually give me what was your resources thing? Resourceful, the thing you need.
Yeah, resourceful.
Spend 10 and you have an item.
10 luck points.
So, so spend the 10. Well, actually, no, I'll half it. Let's say spend 5. That means your torch was on the top of your bag because you know the torch was in there. But let's say you just spend 5 to make sure it was on the top. Boom, turned around, and the creature, same as before, lets out a horrific scream, which none of you need to roll your listen rolls for. You will hear that mixed with Milton banging on the door and bringing up all hell. And the thing just sort of fades away and burns away to wisps as you just sort of sit there with the moon now coming through the windows. I'm assuming you do the light and then turn it off. Yeah. And
then turn on the room lights and open whatever shutters there are. And of course, it smells like sulfur in here.
Yeah. Yep. So the door. So there's knocking at the door frantically as people are trying. Calling for people from the other rooms have kind of come out and they're. Well, we can smell sulfur. Hey, is everything all right in there, mister?
Thank you. Everything's all right now. Silly mistake, bad dream, all that. Dropped some matches. It's no fire. Nothing. You can all rest.
Louis and Lisa, they come running down the corridor wearing their Lisa's wearing a nightgown and things, and Louis's got a baseball bat and Lisa's got a shotgun, and she goes, "Everything okay? We heard there was a ruckus up here."
I think our friend in the other room had a bit of a moment, but it sounds like he's all right now, thankfully.
Oh, wow! It's funny because the other week a couple of the people who were having the same problems, they were having terrible nightmares.
Oh, part of that group of 15.
Yeah. What was that? That fella? What was this? Yeah. Yeah, it was a good looking guy, but they all had gray eyes. We thought there might have been a sickness or something going on with them.
Describe Sterling.
If you describe Sterling, yeah, that's him. I think they called him. They called him Phillips.
Yeah, we know him. Yeah. Interesting.
It's. I've opened the door, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably around about 3 a.m. at this point.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Interesting that, I mean, I hope it's not some of the native ghost people you were telling us about, Lisa. I wouldn't want, although, you know, a haunted hotel, that's got a certain tourist appeal.
Yeah.
At any rate, it wasn't like that.
Sorry?
I walked to Marsden's room with Octavian, and I look at Marsden, and then I let the dog go in. So if he starts barking or not, you know, like just to look at the room, sniff around.
Give me a spot hidden with obviously the bonus dice.
I don't see. I have track, stealth, intimidate, fight for the dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
But isn't his? I'm pretty sure his pulp talent was.
Yeah, but there was no skill associated. We'll figure that out later. I'll just roll a 30 without the bonus dice.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, a 30 again.
Yeah, cool. So he kind of goes in, sniffs around and things like that. Yeah, nothing.
All right.
He anticipated the shadow that attacked us at the anvil. Now he's seen the remnants of the second one. Hopefully, we'll have warning if they continue to come at us. It came at me. Fellows, should we go to the attic for a short chat and let these people get to sleep?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
I'm gonna get down to Octavian and in Russian. His commands are always in Russian. I tell him, remember that smell. Remember that.
Or
Give him a little treat.
But the dog doesn't speak Russian?
No, in Russian.
No, I was joking. Joking with Sane.
da.
Da.
Yeah.
Da.
Spasiba.
Yeah, so I'll explain that the thing approached me in the dream, A Nightmare First, about Wyatt being brutalized, and say that, you know, I wonder whether it has, you know, if we're more vulnerable to them while we're asleep, being creatures of shadow, and also whether we should get face masks and all sleep in the light, because I don't think I'll be able to make another of these torches until we get back to the city.
That's what I was going to ask.
Maybe we should stay together next time and take shift.
Not much room for that, but
We sleep outside. It's better.
it's cold.
No problem. Like back home.
Well, we don't come from Siberia.
We tent and, you know.
You know, it's very dark and shadowy outside at night. Inside in a lit room, fewer shadows.
I'm surprised they attacked you in the middle of a public place, but
I'm surprised they were attacking our predecessors.
yeah, I thought they were on their
Roll
side.
isn't complete.
Could there be somebody else involved here?
What do you mean they were attacking? No, you mean with Sterling? I more took that as that they were screaming in the night, not necessarily because of that.
Well, they were having
But
nightmares.
maybe Sterling got a chance to get back to his body for a bit.
Ah,
Yeah, maybe the control isn't complete.
Yeah.
that's possible. We just don't know how
can
the
hope.
mechanics of it all works yet.
I'm assuming, Boris, you're like continuing to, or Milton and Boris, you guys are continuing to look into the creation of the necklaces, the amulets and stuff.
When we can, because it's going to take a while.
Yeah, so you're just chipping away like before you sleep and whatnot. So is there anything else that you guys wanted to do tonight?
Keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be holding my magic flashlight on my chest as I retire.
When you get back to your room, Marsden, on your bedside table, there's a plate of a heaping plate of beignets and warm milk.
Very soothing. Quite hospitable, these Hicks.
Beignets on demand. Mm-hmm.
Must be awfully cold to move to Saugerties from New Orleans. But I guess the gumbo keeps him hot.
So there don't seem to be...
Good luck sleeping, gentlemen.
Yeah, there don't seem to be any more issues tonight. You guys sort of seem to get some sleep pretty soundly. You all keep the lights on and whatnot.
At that point, I'm probably not going to go back to sleep. I probably slept 4 or 5 hours already. So okay. I'm going to pick up one of the other books and read into that.
One of Fontanelli's books? Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Whatever Milton suggested.
Okay, cool. As I said, just racism, very kind of, views on the world, Aryan race, that kind of thing. Yeah, not too enlightening. Next morning, you guys probably head down, and Louis makes you some Louisiana spicy sausage breakfast and stuff like that. There's plenty of coffee, sweet tea, obviously. You guys get the full flapjacks, the whole 9 yards. And Lisa kind of comes over and goes, so I couldn't help but notice when you folks came in last night, you didn't seem to have a lot of hiking equipment and whatnot. If you guys do want to do some hiking and things, they sell everything over at the general store. That's what your friends did. The group that were here before, they just went and collected everything they needed from the general store.
Sounds like a plan.
Harriet will be at it. She runs the store for her daddy. He'll be out. They'll be able to help you out.
Well, folks, are we going to once we're alone again? Are we going for a hike? We're going to the Parapsychological Institute, aren't we?
Yes,
we need to get the car.
We might wish to equip ourselves for the trip to the opening, the door, the membrane, or whatever it is at Devil's Pass. And it'll probably be easier to get equipment here than in Woodstock, which I understand is a 2-horse town.
2, maybe 1.5.
We're going to have to, we'll have to get that truck first, because otherwise we're going to have to carry this around.
It was 2, but Octavian ate
half the horse. A 1-horse town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is going to recognize the Weblin's truck. So I think we should equip ourselves lightly and then make a short, sweet exit from Saugerties.
Well, we can leave the truck well out of sight between the two places.
Yes,
and then they don't know where it is as well. So again, even if they do eventually make the way back here, they're going to be on foot.
How long do these suggestions of yours tend to last?
Varies from person to person.
They didn't look like they could carry much cranium in that mass.
Yeah, hence the comment of probably less brain cells or less IQ than they have fingers.
And if you gave them enough money to get pretty far away too, so yeah, we should have a few days before anyone is bothered by the Weblins.
We don't even know if they actually have a truck. They seem to be on foot.
No, they do. They drove the Nazis up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
At least it suggested them as a means of transport. That's why we know that they are vehicular. Mm-hmm. And we know they won't be using their truck right away.
Cool, so it sounds like you guys are going to go check out the Weblins' place. and possibly go to the general store, and then maybe head up to the Slaughter Institute in Woodstock.
I think that's the necessary sequence of events.
Okay.
Does Yvonne know that we're coming?
Yes, because I phoned her and said that we would be on our way.
So,
No, okay. So after your hearty breakfast, Lisa asks, she's like, well, do you think you guys will want to book another night, or?
I don't think so.
Well, we can keep it open just beyond the safe
Okay,
side.
well, yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I can cover that.
Yeah. Just let us know. There's no we got the room, so that's fine. But yeah, so you guys, do you want to do the general store first, or do you want to head over to the Weblin's place first?
Let's
We
make
can always
sure
do-
the vehicle's there before we buy all this stuff.
we don't have anywhere to put it either, the stuff, so until we have the truck.
We could always leave it at the hotel, because I'm sure they'd look after our bags and look after the rest of our stuff while we go out around town.
The store too. I mean, they're not gonna. If we spent money and come back and pick it up in an hour, they're not gonna say no.
I'm of a mind to have as few people see us with the Weblin's truck as possible, given the lack of Weblin.
Right.
Okay. So sounds like we're going to go to the Weblin's first.
That's what I would suggest. Pick
Go
up the
there as-
truck, park it in an alley near the general store, gather our materials, and hightail it.
Should we go there as a group, but then only a couple of us go actually to the truck and then pick up the others on the way back?
Seems
Do we even
sound.
know where the Weblins are?
Lisa
Oh,
made a
we
map.
got our map.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Lisa's going to get an excellent Yelp review as soon as that's invented in 100 years or so.
Um,
The etouffee is delicious.
Or Marsden yelped all night anyway.
cool. So yeah, you guys. So who wants to head off to the Weblin's, and who wants to sort of stay behind a little? Not stay behind, but hold back.
I can go to the general store. And
Oh, that's true. We could make better use of our time.
Okay.
get equipment. What do we want? Like hiking equipment?
A couple of lanterns, some rope, a pickaxe, that sort of thing. I should think.
Packs.
Tarpaulins.
Okay.
Just in case they've come back, might it not be a good idea that we all go to their place and then at least we're in range to go and provide support if one of us or two of us end up finding ourselves toe-to-toe with a couple of brothers if they have come back.
Say that again. Do you think we all should go?
Yeah, go. We all go to go get the truck.
Okay.
Maybe two or three of us hang back, but within line of sight.
Okay.
The others go up, and if they suddenly find, oh shit, there's a couple of brothers that have just come back that are wanting to smash some faces in, that at least the others can then jump in and provide support if need be.
And
We don't even know if there was a later train for them to take. They could have gone to the train station, sat around in a trance for 3 hours, and then wandered home.
Hence,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's wise. As far as actually procuring the vehicle, on the off chance that it is locked, I have some facility with engines.
Yeah.
there you go.
So we'll all go.
Okay, so you're all going to go. Okay, so there, the Weblin's place is on the other side of the village, and it's kind of in a more wooded area. But eventually, you guys kind of trudge your way through, and it's almost like a long driveway or a long road up. And you eventually get up there, and you can see a medium-sized house, and there's a large gate. And almost when you guys getting pretty close, Octavian starts to get a low growl, and then you guys can hear chain, and all of a sudden, up to the front of the gate, 3 Rottweilers, large Rottweilers, get to the front of the gate, barking their heads off, and they're straining on these big chain collars, and Octavian doesn't bark back at them, but has the low growl. Yeah.
Can I use my animal handling skills?
You can.
That would be.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to instill my dominance over them and make myself the leader of the pack. I rolled a 37 out of 52, and I'll gladly spend. That's a regular success. If I need to make it a hard, I will.
Okay, so that one.
And my dog's bigger than them.
Your dog's, yeah.
And they've got them on chains because they're probably killers.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And they didn't eat last night, probably.
Otherwise, in the country, they wouldn't bother to put them on chains if they were.
That is a very good point. They did probably not eat last night.
And yeah, I'll throw some of the treats I usually feed Octavian to them also.
Yeah, cool. So that calms them down enough. They're interested in the slices of meat that you've kind of thrown down. They're still sitting on the other side of the gate. Like it's a large gate.
Right.
But they're sort of, the three of them are kind of there. Looking through the gate, you can see a large kind of, almost like a lorry type truck. You can see sort of one of them parked under a carport type thing off the side. It's a bit like the yard looks a bit like a junkyard. There's a bunch of kind of crap lying everywhere. There's, as I said, the dog's chained up.
Is there smoke coming from the chimney?
Yes.
Because Grandpa Weblin is probably here, or Dad
Ma Weblin with her shotgun.
Yeah.
In which case we do the can we put down a deposit and borrow your truck for a few days? We actually do it the legit way, but without two thugs to get in the way.
Well, they'll probably, if they heard the dogs barking, they probably know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Might come out and meet us. Just tell them we were looking for the Weblins.
Where is the gate with regard to the house and the house's front door, if there is one that is not behind a gate?
It's almost like the whole. I don't want to say compound because it's not as big as compound, but everything is within like a fenced off kind of area. And above the gate there is a big sign that says Weblin Brothers.
Well, how are the dogs reacting to me now?
Like I said, they've stopped barking and they're just chewing on the. They're not necessarily reacting to you. They're chewing on the treats and stuff that you've thrown down, but they're not barking anymore.
Well, I'm gonna go over to the gate, open it, throw them a couple more treats, and approach them slowly.
So there is a chain on the gate. There's a large big chain with a big padlock. So it's not like I can just go in and open it up and things like that. But so you are going to go straight up to the fence. Okay. You're probably going to hear it. Yeah. So give me a luck roll, Boris.
62 pass.
Okay. So all of you hear a gunshot, and Boris, pretty much just where your hand was on the chain, ping! And coming out of the front door of the house is the litter of the Weblin brothers, and he's got a rifle, and he goes, "Yeah, I was hoping you guys would come back."
Which one?
And then behind you, you guys hear a click, and as you turn around, the bigger of the two has two shotguns, one in each hand. We're going to have a little talk. And the little of the Weblin brothers, he kind of keeps forward, and he's got his rifle trained on Boris. And he gets a bit closer, and he goes, and he lowers the rifle to
I
Octavian.
step in front.
Oh, "Oh!" He's going to fire at your foot. Like, so he's going to fire at your feet.
Can I fight back?
Well, you're behind it. You're behind the gate, the fence.
Yeah,
the fence. No, but the fence. He's not that close to you yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and he goes.
I'm not gonna let him shoot the dog. So
you move again, and you'll get a bullet.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna step forward. He's got the gun trained on you. He kind of reaches around with one hand and unlocks the padlock and pulls the chain off, and he makes a sound with his mouth, and all the dogs kind of perk up, and they kind of make a formation around him. So one's between his legs, and then one on either side, and they're all kind of snarling and whatnot. And it opens the fence, and the bigger brother behind you kind of gestures for you all to walk through past the gate. What do people want to do?
What can we do? You're muted.
You must be the Weblins. We were told that you provide transportation locally on a rental basis.
We did.
Oh.
That was until Mr. Fancy Eyes over here tried to play some tricks on us.
Mm.
Awesome.
And so you're inviting us in for some of your local hospitality. Is that what I should understand?
Trust me, the locals are a lot nicer than us.
Oh, out-of-towners, are you?
Originally?
Yes, us too. Shall we have a chat, gentlemen?
Lead the way.
So, yes, hang on, I keep forgetting which one's which. Timmy is the larger two, so Timmy kind of gestures for you guys to go in front of him. Jimmy sort of backs up to the side so that you guys can pass. And they lead you in up to the house, basically. Jimmy is always in front of you, so he's like backing up with the three dogs, and then Timmy is behind you, dual wielding his shotguns. The one behind you with the shotguns, he is the bigger of the two. Yeah.
How close does he get to us?
How close do you want him to get?
Well, my idea is I want to see if there is an opportunity to do so, to perform a maneuver where effectively I would stumble and fall, and then he falls over me. And then that would be a distraction for the one up front. But if he's
probably not going to get that close to you, yeah. Especially since you're the one that that was kind of mucking around with them the first time. They're possibly being a lot more cautious around you. Like, to the point where definitely Timmy, the larger of the two, he is avoiding eye contact with you, like, definitely.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah. So eventually they kind of lead you in, and they gesture for you all to kind of they've got some seats lined up against a wall, and there's a radiator on the wall, and they all gesture for you to go sit down. They're gesturing for you all to take a seat. What do you guys want to do?
Could you describe what the inside? Are we going inside?
Yes, yeah. So as you kind of go in, as you go in from the corridor, there's a long, as the front door opens, there's a long hallway that goes into the house. So on each side of the corridor, there's two doors. The first door, as you pass it, there seems to be like a toilet bathroom. On the first room, as you go, there seems to be a bedroom of some kind. As you go down further, on one side, there's a second bedroom, and on the next side, it looks like the easiest way of describing it is an armory. There's just racks and racks of guns and things, things that look like dynamite kind of stuff. Looks like they've got a bunch of, stuff they possibly shouldn't have all stacked up in that room.
Knives.
And then you get through. Oh yeah, that's definitely their room there. And then there's a large open space. Which would cover for is the kitchen, the sitting room, like lounge area and whatnot. I said on one side they've lined up what look like the kitchen dining room table chairs along against the radiator, and they're gesturing for you to all take a seat.
Now
Is there
I'm
a kitchen?
playing up.
Sorry?
Is there a kitchen?
Yes, like a big open. So in the corner there's a kitchen with a big island, but it's all in that open space area, open plan.
Is there like a table where they've got like a salt and pepper shaker?
There's probably salt and pepper like over on the on a spice rack type thing over on the over on the wall.
I'm playing up my full age. Like I'm walking very slow with my walking staff, shuffling. Yeah. I'm making it appear that I'm way more fragile than I actually am.
Yeah.
I'm also in my 70s and smallish and clutching my leather bag querulously. But, I don't see... is there any particular order you'd like us to sit in, gentlemen?
Just take a seat.
Did you lads have a cousin named Jerry by any chance? Remind me of somebody I knew.
Yeah, we heard what you did to Jerry. We also got to have some fun with the guy who did it.
I don't say.
So you'd be the individuals then that decided to mess around with our good friend then, yeah?
Which friend are you speaking of?
Well, you said the person that messed up Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Well, when a few of our cohorts brought him through a couple of days ago, yeah, that we had to deal with some stuff, and then he got sent off after the others.
Mid-sentence, I lose my shit. I pick up the chair and smack the guy with the two shotguns, and hopefully catch him unaware.
Shotguns? Okay, he has alert.
Okay.
Well.
At the same time that I see that Milton is making his move, I'm using my telekinesis. I'm going to use my telekinesis to pick up the pepper and smash it into their faces so that they're blinded.
Okay, all right.
And Zane, I had to send you a message. I didn't realize it was going to escalate so quickly.
I was hoping to do it in the corridor because I was thinking then it's a kind of 300 maneuver. Their numbers mean shit if it's a narrow, confined.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't I need to pay attention. That's okay.
Oh, that's all right.
You're doing the telekinesis, and then you're doing
I'm sitting in the chair.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sitting on the. Okay, awesome.
But you
see
what's going to happen.
Jimmy has alert, so he's been waiting for someone to do something. Timmy doesn't, but Timmy does have fleet-footed, which I've just got to remind myself what that entails.
What's
You
it
can
on?
run fast. Sounds like
Combat?
Sounds like a chase thing.
Yeah, it means he can't be outnumbered.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we don't get bonus dice on attacks.
No, you don't. Not for the smaller of the two. Okay, well, I'm just trying to think that because he's waiting for someone to do something, and he has alert, which means it's not a surprise attack, so it goes in Dex order for a combat round, which means
my Dex is 65.
He will have plus 50 for readied weaponry as well if he uses it.
I'm pretty sure I can't see why he wouldn't. Okay, so Dex for the larger of the two is 65, and Dex for the littler of the two is 70. So where's everyone's dexes? Let's Danielle, where are you at?
65.
Okay, so you'll be moving the same time as Timmy. Milton.
75.
Okay, so you're going first at the stage. Alexios.
45.
45. Ooh, slow. Boris.
50.
What's Octavian?
75.
Okay, so he's gonna move the same time as Milton. Marsden.
50 also.
Okay, so Dex order is gonna be Milton, Octavian, and the 3 Rottweilers. Then we've got Jimmy will go straight after that. And then Timmy was 65, and that was Damiel as well. So there's going to be a lot happening in one big hit. Okay, so I think ready gun. So how's that going to work? So if he's got a ready gun,
plus 50 dex if he's using the weapon.
Okay, so yeah, he is going to be going first then. Yeah. Okay. So because he wouldn't have had both shotguns trained on one person, so he's just going to be pulling the trigger. But he definitely would have had one on you because you were the funny business mister. He's probably actually going to have the second gun on Alexios because
It's the big one.
Yeah. Take the big one out and the guy that's
the unmissable target.
But
Exactly.
Just a question though. Milton initiates the whole thing. Doesn't he automatically go first?
No, because he's got the alert talent.
He's alert.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's like I did with Magnus. Alert can never be surprise attacked, so they're always prepped. Okay.
With him dual wielding, does he have any talents for that?
No, he does not. So he's strong enough to do it, but
I was going to say, firing a shotgun with one hand is a good way to break your arm as well. So.
Exactly, yeah. And he's basically, you're going for the swing and he's just pulling the trigger as soon as you kind of went to, but then we'll do, okay, so it's, okay, that's going to be, that is going to be a hit on Milton, but it is going to be a miss. Oh, good point. Yeah, it's still going to be a hit on Milton, unfortunately, but a miss on Alexios. And we're very close range with the shotgun.
Do I get chance to dodge if it's that close?
You know what? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say like you can try and maybe do a jump for cover. I can't remember. There's an actual wording for it.
Dive for cover.
Yes, which means you negate your. It would have been like you kind of went for the chair and then went, oh, this is a bad idea, and then kind of dodged. But it means you don't get an action. This is your action.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, do a dodge for me. See if you are able to get out of the way.
63 is a regular success on dodge.
He got a regular success on his thing, which means you, yeah.
My dodge breaks the tie.
So the shotgun, basically, the 2-barrel shotguns go off. Everyone's ears probably ringing in the enclosed space. Then the next thing with the dogs. The 3 dogs are attacking Octavian, and I'm guessing Octavian is attacking the 3 dogs.
Yeah.
So...
They're dogs?
They're
dogs from the living room?
The 3 that are outside.
Oh, yeah, they brought them in. Okay, so fighting Brawl, Boris. Unfortunately, the dog's outnumbered because there's 3 of them and you're a big target. Okay, so the first one got a 63, which is a fail. 28, that is a hard, and a regular. So I've got 2 regulars and a hard.
Can he try and dodge?
They would resolve one at a time. So you try and dodge the first one.
Yeah.
Then the second one would then get a bonus die for attacking.
Right.
Still dodge. And then the third one would also get a bonus die, but you can also still attempt to dodge.
All right. So we'll go with the first one I rolled was a regular.
All right. Oh, freaking 1. I
Okay,
needed
so
that. I needed that number.
Okay, so he dodges. Octavian dodges the first one, and the second one is coming in for its attack, which gets a bonus dice. It got an 01, so it doesn't need a bonus dice.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Well, 99. Holy shit.
Okay, and then the third one gets what, 2 bonus dice? Because
No, it's still a bonus die, but
it's still a bonus dice. Okay. And the second one got an 05, so he's not gonna.
68. Can I not for this one, but can I spend luck on Octavian or no? Yeah.
Yeah, Octavian. It's Octavian should have. Yes. Yeah. I think the way it was done, it comes out of your luck.
Okay. My rolls were way over, so I'm not going to. But just
yeah. Okay, so they both got extremes, so it's max damage for both of their chomps, which is going to be. I'm trying to find there now. Okay, it's going to be 8 damage from both.
So 16 total or 8 and 8?
Yeah, 8 and 8.
Right.
So one dog bites down on Octavian's kind of jaw, and the other one side on the back hind leg.
The only thing that probably saved him, I told you, remember that big spike collar he got? So
yeah. So he's
hurt. He's hurting.
Yeah. And then after that, it was 65 with Damiel and the other brother. So let's start with Damiel. Telekinesis, baby. Let's go.
All right. I changed what I'm going to do since I had this time to think about it. And the gun's already gone off. Who is the more dangerous person at the moment? Who's got or who's firing the most guns? I guess the guy with the 2 guns.
Oh yeah, the bigger guy, the guy that Milton was fighting with. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they double barrel shotguns or are they single? Because he might have shot his load.
Oh, they're double barrel.
Okay.
And he's right there, right?
Oh, they're both right there. That's just it is an open space, but it's not a big. Yeah.
Okay. Telekinesis. I'm gonna rip his eyes out of his head.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, I love how dark this guy is.
We've left
cool,
Jesus behind in a previous episode. Just gonna.
He's gonna look like that guy. Telekinesis.
Oh, I got a 17 out of 22.
Boom! So he just starts screaming, and he's just gonna fire the fucking gun because he's, and you guys just watch as this guy's eyes just slowly kind of pull out of his kind of, and you can see the tendons and everything just sort of starting to like ping off and things, and so he's just gonna fire the guns off. So hang on, this is gonna be penalty dice because he's firing too, but also can't see the fuck he's doing. Miss. And okay. Luck rolls from everyone.
I'm good.
37.
He probably wasn't pointing anything at me, so
No.
94.
I'm that little harmless guy in the black suit in the background.
Thankfully, I didn't
Austin,
roll.
how'd you do?
I rolled 85, which is a fail by 2.
Bad luck.
I think Alexios, because I think you're going to take the hit, but luckily it was just a regular, so I'm just going to roll the.
Yeah, he's the biggest guy in the room. Makes sense.
Okay, so it's 2d6, so it's a 5 and a 2.
Okay, nice. Gonna use my talent again.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of just it probably feels a bit. It's probably like a buckshot, in all honesty. So like, though it does damage, it's not blowing a hole in you, which is handy. Which is probably you don't take the full. And that was just a blind kind of, literally a blind. I'm firing off my last 2 shots and that. And then the other brother is freaking the fuck out. Actually, he is going to do a sanity roll to see his brother's eyeballs getting ripped out. And that's 100.
Yes.
Let's see what
Okay.
happens to him.
Let's see what goes down. Okay, so what is that? It's a 1d8?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's intelligence.
They're not.
Well, it depends
very-
on how much Sanny's going to lose.
He's
Extreme
not,
100 max, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, max. But I mean, seeing your brother's eyes pulled out, I think that's at least a 1d6.
That sounds
At
good.
least.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Then it's an int roll.
So
Unless he gets red mist.
now this is where his int is hang on, he's the smaller brother, so
20.
his int is 50. So we'll see. So we want him to fail, correct? Yeah.
Oh, he wants to fail it. Yeah.
No, we want him to pass.
Ooh. Yeah, he
we want him
passed.
to
He got
pass,
a
but he wants to fail.
he got a 31. So he do you know what? He probably goes, hey, Argus could do some weird shit. Obviously, these guys could do some weird shit. Cool. So yeah, 1d8 to see what on the chart he's. I've never had to do a like sanity for a villain. This is
yeah.
quite fun. 6.
Paranoia. He thinks that that his brother may have set him up.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
he knows we're out to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Everyone's out. Everyone's out to get him.
Okay.
Doesn't change much, I guess, with his actions.
And for certain rounds, isn't it? So
1d10.
wow, look at 1d10. Okay. 10. Just not gonna basically he's okay, I'm trying to think of what
Am I
paranoid, so
up
he thinks
next in the dex order?
65. So what was after
I'm 50.
so he's still got to do his action.
Right.
He's just had his sanity from fingers. He's still got to do his action.
Shoot the brother that
He was-
betrayed you.
Oh, paranoid. Okay. He's gonna shoot the radiator.
Okay.
To get a distraction, I think he's gonna he's gonna try and shoot it so the hot
Room
air,
puzzle thing.
yeah.
But the radiator will just
I mean-
shoot steam out into the room.
Yeah, but that's what he's wanting. So he's gonna okay, so he's gonna shoot it probably because he was trained on Boris. So he's probably going to be shooting it fairly close to you. So you may get a little bit of damage from the hot steam.
Mm-hmm.
And then so basically he's going to shoot and then he's going to try and scarper because he's got the rifle.
Now remember, my hand is in my bag on the trigger.
In the your full shotgun is in the duffel bag
It's that long
in one
rucksack
piece.
It's a rifle. It's a
Oh
long,
yeah, but it's a
long.
and you've
remember-
slipped your hand into
I
the.
told you I laid it in the message way earlier when I sat down in the room. I put it on my lap. Now, when all this confusion's going on, I just slip my hand in. So all I have to do is turn it and pull the trigger.
Okay, so he's rolled his shot. So yeah, he shoots the radiator, ping, and hot steam sprays out everywhere. Boris, you were right next to it, so
Luck
hang on,
roll?
I'll roll it. You take 5 points of damage from the
Damn.
burn of the steam, and then he is bolting, and he is fleet-footed, so he is getting the fuck out of here.
2 actions?
So he's going to spend 10 luck. Yeah. Okay, so you want to try and shoot him?
Yeah, as soon as he turns his back.
Okay, so you're going to get a penalty dice. 1 because obviously the steam,
Mhm.
and it's going to be blocking your vision a bit. and he is using fleet-footed, so he's going to spend.
Well, I'm
10
just going to
luck
spend as much luck as I need to put this guy down. So I'll
How
spend.
close is he when he takes the shot? Because he may get a bonus die for being within dex in feet, because that's point blank. So some penalty and that bonus might cancel each other out.
He definitely wasn't point blank, because he wasn't. He none of them were wanting to get super close to you.
Well,
if that makes sense.
We're in a room.
Right. It's 10. Point blank is within within a fifth of your dex in feet. So if he's within, Boris's dex is 50, that means he has to be within 10 feet to get a bonus die on a shot.
Oh yeah, he's within 10 feet. He's within 10 feet.
So the bonus and the negative will cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Okay, so he's doing a. I'm trying to think of it. So I guess he's doing a dodge because he's trying to get out of the way.
If he's got his back to him, it's whether he even sees it coming.
Yeah.
And I think there is a penalty for trying to turn your back and run away.
Yeah, but he's fleet-footed. He may spend 10 luck to avoid being.
Well, I mean, it's like you can't run away and do things.
Yeah.
True,
exactly. So he's shot, and now he's bolting.
I'll solve it right now. I rolled a 26, and I'll spend 13 luck, making it a 16, which is an extreme.
Okay, so give me a
2. It's automatic.
Give me a damage.
12, 16 points.
Well, that's just for the 2d6 plus 4. You then roll because it's impaling.
No, isn't that a 1? You only do it.
A critical is just an 01. If you get an extreme on firearms, because most firearms are impaling. Shotguns, it's max plus roll.
Mine's a
right.
So that's 16 plus 1 is 17 plus 1 is 18 plus 4. 22.
You thought the eyes were gross. Wait until you see that guy's head go.
No, I got him in the chest, so the whole thing.
I just realized something. So you kind of get him in the chest, in the back because he had his back to you, so he kind of hits the ground.
Chest.
Yeah, he hits he hits the ground with a bloody mass of a back, sits there. He's just lying there motionless. So the room is filling with steam. Got one guy screaming and he's swinging both of his shotguns around wildly at people. What do Alexios and Marsden want to do?
Fairly simple.
I kick over the eyeballs towards the dogs.
Nice.
Have some of this.
I mean, like, I seen him shoot 4 shots, so I don't think he's much of a threat now. And he has no eyes.
Yank the guns out of his hands. Beat him over.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll kick the wee eyeballs over towards the hungry dogs, and then I'll try and take both double barrels out of his hands.
Milton, I sent you something, Matthew. You just want to check something within the rules?
Yes, they do. It's called Lookout Master. They need to have a minion be able to get in the way. So the only minions left would be the dogs.
Yeah, I was going to say. So actually going back, young Jimmy doesn't take the bullet at the back because a dog jumps up and takes the hit. And I couldn't remember if villains got the luck thing. So
that they have a whole list of options they can use, and that is one of them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Jimmy's gone, but one of the dogs is gone.
Fine.
Alexios, you've kicked the eyes over to the other 2 dogs who are enjoying. They're probably not paying much attention because they're enjoying munching on Octavian. Because remember, all this happens almost simultaneously. All this hell breaks off at once. So is there any combat stuff that you wanted to do?
Well, your other fella, he's went straight out the door, hasn't he?
Yeah. Jimmy's bolting.
And given the speed that he's gone at, does it look like he's there's no chance of catching up to him?
You can try. He's got speed 7. You can try catch up with him if you want.
You've got a higher speed than him.
He's going to tell somebody.
Yeah, to be fair, that their jobs is to report, and he's going to go back and report. So absolutely, I'll run after him.
Good, awesome. He's got no luck now, you know. Okay, so we'll do that. Becomes actually before I know you're doing that, Marsden. What do you want to do, real quick?
I have 2 firearms that belong to the Brotherhood and my own, all in this leather bag. I'd like to use one of the fascist guns.
Yeah.
I think I'll take one of the dogs out.
Sure. They're going to be preoccupied munching on Octavian, so you can just...
They've acted. All right, so I am very close, but I only have a 25. Do I get a bonus die?
Yeah, it'll be basically... I mean, they're moving around quite a bit, but, you know, it depends on how close you want to get. If you want to go straight up and...
I mean, I feel like there's been this explosion of insanity, and I'm still thinking about the eyeballs, but it's like, all right, we've got a cleanup to do.
Yeah.
So with my bonus die, I got a 24, which is just under.
All right, roll damage on damage on one of those. Which, God, I'm shot my head.
Is that a 1d6?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's 36s that they had. I don't know. Okay, I rolled a 4 on a 1d6.
Cool. So one of the dogs lets out a yelp, and kind of stops biting on the thing and kind of backs away a bit and starts to snarl at Marsden. All right, Lexios, con roll.
Yeah, that's a. Let me check. I'm going to spend 3 points of luck to make that a hard.
All right, well, he got an extreme, so he got an extreme. So he's you're on a 7, he's on a...
No, that puts him equal because he goes up by 1 and Alexius gets a regular, so he remains on 8, so they're tied.
So you guys are tied for chasing. Awesome, we get to do a chase. Okay, so Alexios, you describe to me what you do.
Am I right?
Actually, you know what? Do you know what? Just because Keith is so good at chases, we are going to break here for tonight because you guys have pretty much dealt with the guys in the room and things like that. So we will start next session with Alexios chasing after young little Jimmy Weblin, they call him. Just before we do kick off, and you guys may have just caught that I said Keith is taking over. I just wanted a big thank you to all the viewers and my players for the game so far and everything. Unfortunately, myself here in little old New Zealand, I am finding myself quite busy. I've got quite a few shows and acting commitments coming up and things, which I'm very grateful for. But unfortunately, it means I'm finding myself stretched a little bit too thin. So because of this, I am going to be handing over the helm of this game to Keith Craig, an absolutely fantastic GM, who, if any of you saw Devil Eats Flies, you will know how great he is. He will be taking over in a few weeks, so there's going to be a little bit of a hiatus for a bit, and then he will take over and lead my fantastic, amazing players who I love very dearly through the rest of this campaign. So thank you to viewers, and thank you so much to you guys.
Well, and thank you, Zane. It's been a lot of fun, and we're gonna miss you. You're not going away. I'm
not going away.
Going away for a while.
Yeah, I need to take a bit of a break and a bit of a breather. I found myself a bit stretched thin, but I will be back. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys again. But for Cold Fire, this is me bidding adieu and handing over to my my dark twin, Keith Craig, and he will finish off the adventure.
There will be a few weeks break. Matthew is going to run the Burning Stars. So we're going to be doing that. And then once we're done with that, then Keith is going to take over. So
yeah.
Cool. Our players included Jason Melichok, Matthew Sanderson, David Gasaway, Mark Anthony, and myself, with Zane Fleming as Keeper of the Secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with our other members. You can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. There's a link below. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We have a new patron. Matt Grimes has generously pledged $15 a month to our club. Wow, thank you so much, Matt.
Nice.
If you'd also like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.